Welcome back to Omoshiroi Recap. Today, I will recap Armed Girls Machiavellism. The story begins with a student named Nomura Fudou. He is a problem student who often fights at school. He had beaten 40 people and put them in the hospital. As a result of that incident, he was transferred to the Private Aichi Symbiosis. A group of students called the Five Supreme Swords had a meeting. Onigawara Rin, Tsukuyo Inaba, Mary Kikakuju, Satori Tamaba, Warabi Hanasaka. Not only that, but there is also the queen named Kurukuru Amu. Female students predominate at school. In addition, they apply rules to male students to dress up like girls. If they refuse, they will be punished or expelled from school. Nomura meets an effeminate student named Maskodora. He commemorates Nomura to be like them. Otherwise, he will be beaten by a group of 5 Supreme Swords. As the leader of the 5 Supreme Swords, Rin decides to include Nomura in her class, and she will teach him a lesson so Nomura will obey the rules. When Nomura entered the classroom, he met Rin with another girl. Rin threatens Nomura with a sharp weapon to comply with her orders, but Nomura chooses to fight them and fight for his freedom at school.
俺の自由だろ。どっちも断る。ちょいと失礼。
今の視線はフェイクか。
紫。
Nomura, who ran away from the classroom, was immediately chased by Rin. She used a sharp weapon when fighting Nomura. Nomura is having difficulty fighting her because Rin's sword technique is powerful.
Nani?
Nomura starts to get serious and uses iron gloves, so Nomura can withstand attacks from Rin. When Rin was caught off guard, Nomura immediately used his secret move called Magic Bullets. Then a girl named Nano suddenly hit Nomura on the head, causing Nomura to kiss Rin on the lips accidentally. Rin feels annoyed and angry because Nomura has stolen her first kiss. Because Nomura had defeated Rin, a member of the 5 Supreme Swords named Mary intends to fight Nomura. While Nomura wants permission to go outside the school, Maskodora tells Nomura to get the permission sheets of the 5 highest swords and the 5 stamps of all their members. Before getting the stamp, Nomura has to reconcile with Rin first. That's why Nomura wanted to give a unique cake to Rin so he could apologize for what happened before. It turns out Rin was being hit with fever and unable to attend school, knowing that Nomura plans to pay her a visit at the girls' dormitory. Then Nomura meets up with Rin and gives the cake to her. At first, Rin hated Nomura, but now she feels more and more attracted to him. Knowing that Nomura wants to get the stamp cards of the 5 highest swords, Rin is also happy to give them to him. But Rin's fever got worse and made her fall. When Nomura caught Rin, who almost fell, there was a misunderstanding there.
申し訳ないからその分キスで払い戻そうか。
After Nomura left the dormitory, he was confronted by 2 armed female students. They compete against Nomura to increase her reputation, but Nomura easily defeats them and launches an attack on Magic Bullet at Nano. Nomura scares them and will use their beautiful bodies for fun.
年長者への礼ってやつをきっちりその体に教えてやるぜ。あれ?
Seeing this, the students insulted Nomura and labeled him a pervert. Even the next day, Nomura received insults from the girls in his class.
近づいたら妊娠するかも。怖い。落ちるとこまで落ちたわね。
いけんじゃないわよ。
Maskodora advises Nomura to be careful, as Mary will likely attack him later. Maskodora also tells about a student who managed to beat Rin with Mary. She is named Amu, nicknamed Queen at school, and has the ability of a hand sword. The next day, Rin met Nomura in the morning day. She would keep an eye on Nomura so as not to make any more noise. Then Mary came to meet them. Rin and Mary fought each other over Nomura. Because Rin still hasn't fully recovered, Rin is defeated by Mary. Meanwhile, Nomura fights Choka, but Choka suddenly faints after seeing a little monster in his pants. While in front of a school building, he met Amu. Nomura confirms that he was the one who defeated him previously. When Nomura wanted to attack her, Mary suddenly came and challenged Nomura to fight. Nomura is not used to his attacks when fighting and always gets hit because he can't avoid Mary's fast attacks. Even Nomura's movements slowed down because Mary's attack hit the circulatory system. In that state, Nomura can only bet on luck. He waits Mary strikes towards the stomach and then immediately counterattacks to immobilize it.
そう来てくれると信じてたぜ
Mary tries to test it by giving her body to be played with by Nomura, but Nomura refused and just wanted to get a stamp from Mary. Not to be outdone, Mary put the stamp on her boobs. After knowing that Nomura is better than rumored, Mary becomes his overseer. Nomura doesn't have a problem with that, but he is pretty troubled because they always fight. Because Nomura has conquered Rin and Mary, a female student named Warabi Hanasaka challenges them to a match. If Nomura wins, Hanasaka is willing to give her stamp and will set him free Mascotra, which is tied to the pole flag. The first competition is Sumo. They have to wear a special belt. Because they didn't know how to put on the belt, Nomura helped them to put it on. When Nomura entered the match area, he was surprised that his opponent was not a human but a bear named Kyoyubu. But Nomura has never lost a sumo match, so he remains confident and unafraid of Kyoyubu. Even though Nomura always launches magic bullets to take down Kyoyubu, pushing a bear is more challenging than he thought. Nomura tried to lift Kyoyubu out of the arena. But Kyoyubu's belt suddenly came off caused of mounting the belt too loosely, so Nomura won the match. Hanasaka can't accept defeat. She will hold a more challenging fight than before. Hanasaka is on the roof of the school. She asks Nomura to go there alone so he can get her stamp. Nomura has to fight everyone along the way. There are 34 of them. Rin and Mary think it's a trap, but Nomura feels he has to face it because he wants to free Mascotra as soon as possible. Rin and Mary decided to come with him to the school's roof. Not only that, Nano and Choka helped them against the troops from Hanasaka. When they wanted to go to the school's roof, they met Satori. She also helped them get to Hanasaka Place quickly. Satori did that because she just wanted to stop the fuss at school. Even though she hates Nomura, Satori won't attack him for a while. Nomura arrived with the others on the roof school. Even Mascotra was saved. They will face Hanasaka with Kyoyubu, while Mary will fight Hanasaka's subordinates. Mary easily defeated them alone. Kyoyubu has mastered martial arts because of that she can corner Nomura, whereas Hanasaka is very strong in battle. Besides using a katana, she also uses special techniques when attacking her opponent. Nomura keeps looking for loopholes to launch his magic bullets at Kyoyubu. Even though Kyoyubu could withstand the attack, she became weak because the previous attack had injured her insides. In the end, Nomura managed to defeat Kyoyubu. Meanwhile, Rin launches a quite dangerous attack, but it beats Hanasaka. After that, Nomura thanked those who had helped him. Then Nomura intended to punish Hanasaka and her subordinates by attaching sumo belts to them. But Rin and Mary were angry because Nomura wanted to touch another girl's body before them. The next day, Nomura suddenly becomes popular after he manages to beat Kyoyubu. Many girls approach Nomura, while Rin and Mary were annoyed to see this. The girls always follow Nomura anywhere he goes. At the same time, someone else is secretly watching Nomura. She is planning to frame Nomura. When Rin checks on Nomura the next day, she finds a photo of Satori and Nomura sleeping together.
なんだこれは
弁明は何もありません。情けない。実に情けない。
That caused Rin and Mary to regret that they had trusted Nomura. Nomura immediately ran away from there because they wanted to kill him. Seeing that Nomura was in trouble, Hanasaka tried to save him. After hearing Nomura's explanation, Hanasaka thinks that Satori intends to make Rin and Mary hate Nomura. To solve this problem, Nomura turns himself in to enter the girls' dormitory. Nomura received terrible torture from both of them. When they saw the wound on the body of Nomura, they stopped doing that and left it alone there. Then Hanasaka freed him from that place, and they headed to Satori's room to find solid evidence. Satori didn't keep anything in her room. Therefore, they had to confirm it for themselves in front of the culprit directly. While in the bath, Satori's colleague, Misogi, intercepted them. Even Satori also met them there. Satori has a strange personality and is a mysterious person. She also explained all the things she had done to Nomura. It is revealed that Machiavelli has been coerced into working with them, so Satori and Misogi easily get into his room. They did a photo session with Nomura. Satori also gave Nomura a sleeping pill, so Nomura didn't know what had happened before. After knowing this, Nomura wants to take the photo data from Satori. When fighting, Nomura is not focused on fighting her because Satori isn't wearing any clothes. Hanasaka has a hard time fighting Misogi because she has been poisoned. But Hanasaka didn't give up and injured her body to maintain consciousness. Satori kept using a different sword technique every time, and it managed to hurt Nomura. But Nomura notices that Satori uses Keishi techniques, using one of 10 sword moves in one fight. But Nomura also found a way to beat Satori. He purposely removed all his clothes so that Satori failed to focus and tried to avert her eyes. That's how he can win the fight. Meanwhile, Hanasaka managed to turn things around and managed to defeat Misogi using judo techniques. Unable to accept her defeat, Satori tries to destroy the photo data. Seeing that, Nomura immediately slapped her. He also explained why he was angry at Satori because, previously, Satori had made Rin cry. Listening to the reason, Nomura made Satori laugh, and she felt attracted to Nomura. Then Tsukuyo came to the baths because she heard a commotion there. Seeing Hanasaka faint from the drug, Tsukuyo asks them to take Hanasaka to the school's medical room. At the same time, she encountered Satori who was bathing. Tsukuyo has good hearing, that's why she knows Nomura's whereabouts. But Satori tried to hide Nomura's whereabouts, otherwise, Tsukuyo could have killed him immediately. After Tsukuyo left that place, Satori immediately took the unconscious Nomura to the school's medical room. Satori also tells the truth about the previous photo, so their misunderstanding of Nomura is cleared up. Knowing that Rin apologized to Nomura and would do anything for Nomura instead, Nomura took off Rin's mask and asked her to tell him why she was wearing the mask. Rin tells stories about her past, her father leaving home and having an affair with another woman. Because her mother saw the woman's shadow on her child's face, she assumed that Rin was the child of a devil. Her mother asked Rin to use the mask to hide her ugly face, but Nomura was the first to compliment her face, so Rin was pleased and thought about removing her mask. After that, Nomura talked about his past. He is an orphan and lives with his sword-crazed grandfather, so he continued to receive training and torture as a child, but that made him stronger. Then Mary came there and apologized and was willing to give up her beautiful body to Nomura, but Nomura refused. Then Nomura meets Maskodera. He doesn't mind that Maskodera has been working with Satori. Feeling guilty, Maskodera apologizes by cleaning his sleeping pillow and getting the Satori stamp, which makes Nomura happy. The next day, Nomura dreams of fighting Amu. Remembering that dream made Nomura lazy to go to school. But Rin came to pick him up alone in front of the men's dormitory. She said that Mary was busy looking for lost items, and at the same time, Hanasaka was also looking for her pet. After searching various places, they found Hanasaka's pet in the men's dormitory, and even she was wearing Mary's younger sister's wig. Satori and Misogi are twins. Satori is a younger sister named Misogi. She took everything that belonged to her older sister until nothing was left. Amu met them on the roof of the building. She was annoyed because Satori had acted arbitrarily before, so Amu intended to kill them both. At the last moment, Satori realized the mistake she had made before. She looked so hysterical when her sister was suffering. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Hanasaka saw them from a distance. That's why she headed straight to that place. But she was too late because Satori and Misogi were dying. Hanasaka's attack couldn't hurt Amu because she has a strong body. In the end, Amu easily defeats them both. On the other hand, Nomura meets Tsukuyo. Knowing he is a member of the 5 Supreme Swords, Nomura comes to him asking for the final stamp. However, Tsukuyo immediately issued a very fast attack. Tsukuyo explains that the principal assigned her to keep an eye on Nomura. Because Nomura always makes a noise at school, her patience has reached the limit, and she wants to punish Nomura. On the other hand, Hanasaka's friends fought Amu, but Amu easily slaughtered them. When Tsukuyo talked to Nomura, suddenly Nomura felt a commotion on the roof school. Tsukuyo even said that Amu was there, knowing that Nomura went straight there. Nomura was too late because Amu had already slaughtered those who dared to oppose her. Even Hanasaka was very severely injured and could not see. Knowing that Nomura was heading there, Amu decided not to meet him and left immediately. When Nomura wanted to ask for help, the principal suddenly appeared there. She will immediately take care of the injured students and advise Nomura to help Rin and Mary who are fighting Amu. Rin and Mary team up to fight against it, and even though they have worked together, they are still defeated quickly. At first, Tsukuyo doesn't care about the fight, but after meeting Nomura, she now cares about the people around her and wants to protect them. When the fight started, their abilities could be equal, but the sword used by Tsukuyo was an ordinary sword. That's why Amu can easily destroy it. Then comes Nomura, who will replace Tsukuyo to fight Amu. Nomura remembered his first meeting with Amu. Even though it was the first time they met, they immediately became close friends. Nomura thought Amu is a lovely person. Amu also felt the same way, so she tried to approach Nomura by taking him around the school. But Nomura already has an appointment with someone. She became jealous and felt annoyed because her invitation was rejected. Amu immediately beat the person, which was the beginning of the enmity between them. The same incident repeats itself. Amu will destroy someone who has a close relationship with Nomura. Normal attacks do not affect Amu. Therefore, Nomura is still determining if he can win against her. Even so, he felt he had to keep fighting, otherwise someone else would fall victim. Amu has feelings for Nomura but is jealous when Nomura is with others. She hopes to make friends like before again. Because her wish could not come true, she decided to finish it off. Nomura tries to catch Amu off guard so he can launch his strongest attack. Because Amu could still defend herself, they attacked each other without care. Tsukuyo did not understand the way the two of them fought. Even though they repeatedly received attacks from their opponents, they looked thrilled and enjoyed the fight. The fight made them able to understand each other. Amu asked Nomura to cast his ultimate technique to end the battle. After that, Tsukuyo offers Nomura to become her student, so that she could correct his unbalanced fighting technique, and Tsukuyo will also give her stamp. Then came the school's principal, who said that Nomura would be expelled from the school. Nomura also has no choice but to accept it, and then Nomura meets Hanasaka with the others. Hanasaka's eyesight has recovered, and Nomura bids her farewell. Not only that, but Nomura also met Satori who was being treated. Her meeting with Nomura made Satori happy and excited again. On the other hand, Rin and Mary asked the principal not to expel Nomura from the school. Nomura meets Amu who wants to leave. She also gives a parting gift to Nomura and leaves a message that Nomura is her to the 5 Supreme Swords. After that, Rin was with Mary convey message that the principal wouldn't expel Nomura. As long as the two have to keep an eye on him constantly, Nomura returns to live his peaceful life as a student at school. And that is the end of the video. Remember to subscribe and like this video, so see you in the next video.